King Von appears to have dissed Wooski. Let's get into it, man. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Now, I'm a little new to covering this drill scene over here, but I've been seeing certain things going on. I just felt the need to give my commentary on it. I've been watching hella videos from Chirac rappers, and I'm gonna say this before we get into it. There's a hell of a lot of talent in Chirac or Chicago, especially on the south side, especially among some of the prominent neighborhoods that we hear that have these neighborhood rivalries where people are actually getting hurt, right? Now, King Von and Wooski both come from two of these neighborhoods. They come from two of the sets from the south side that's really active, that's really actively getting after each other, right? So when King Von came out yesterday and said he was a king of drill, I I kind of had a different understanding of why he was saying he was the king of drill. I have a different outlook on what drill actually is. You got a lot of rappers saying they do drill music, but they ain't really drilling in the streets, which to me, although I'm not an advocate of violence, it takes away from the authenticity of what drill music really is, right? But these two individuals is definitely active. King Von, who's been locked up and beat a murder case. Wooski, whose name has been involved in a lot of street stuff that I really don't want to say, but if you go to a Reddit page or if you go to a social media YouTube channel, you can find out all the things that not only Wooski was involved in, but his brother and those around the STL EBT, as well as you can find out some of the things that Von is connected to and around, the reason why they call him grandson, as well as his connections to O Block and things that happen in the streets, as well as a lot of rumors. But both of these individuals do put out music. Now, with that being said, King Von today was on his Instagram, and I want to say he might have just been feeling it today because he started out talking about, T-Roy. And if you don't know, T-Roy was one of his close homeboys from O Block. And he was posting old pictures of him and T-Roy. Here's one right here. There's another with him saying he just got off house arrest, and he was showing me all the new ends that we into it with so I can know who to look for. And that's another thing I want to touch on, the social media aspect of this whole drill scene. He also would go ahead and post a picture of this man, which is Wooski. And, he basically said a few things. He used one of the lines from one of his songs off of LeVon James. All the odds be broke, they hurt. And he actually said that Wooski was the Puma Fila King. He said he had on yellow ones with long shoestrings. Now, for those of y'all who are, unfamiliar with what's going on, you're looking at it like, well, Amadi, they just, he just roasting him. Why is this news? It's posts like this and other Twitter comments and as well as Instagram comments that have led to a lot of situations in Chicago where people have lost their life. Now, in this particular post, King Von is calling Wooski's brother a snitch. And it's a video on that if you want to find out more about that. But a lot of this social media stuff plays out within the streets. I really can't think of, I want to say LA, because I remember Bosco 100 did get into a fight over some things that was said on Twitter, and a lot of people did tried to ride Bosco 100 over something that happened over 10 years ago, I want to say. But at the end of the day, I'm using that example not to take a shot at him because I rock with Bosco 100's content, but that's one of the only situations that I've really seen where social media played a big role in what was going on, and it's well documented. Now, I know in New York and other cities they do the same thing, but I don't think anybody is doing the social media beefing quite like Chicago. And it's being actually chronicled by people on social media, such as this Reddit page, where it just breaks down the beef between STL, EBT versus O Block. And you see what it's saying. I don't have to say what it's saying, but this has been up since I want to say it's been up a year. It says, posted a year ago. where they're detailing all of the things and all of the people connected to O Block and STL, and a lot of these people are friends. And if you listen to King Von, or if you listen to some of the artists from STL or EBT that rap, you will hear them speak not only on the people who they was cool with or the guys that got killed, but they also speak on the ops who got put to rest. Now, I'm bringing all of that up to bring this around full circle and say this. When we see these posts go up on Twitter, when we see these posts go up on social media, a lot of us, like content providers, a lot of people that make videos, we cover it without thinking about what we putting out into the atmosphere. And over the last few days, I realized that a lot of the things that happen on social media ends up in somebody losing their life. And this has been going on since, I want to say the oldest I've seen it was around 2012, where I seen certain artists and certain individuals who aren't artists, but that's connected to certain neighborhoods, get into it, exchange words through Twitter, drop locations, and somebody ends up either shot or no longer with us. Now, Wooski actually was shot at a funeral not too long ago, and it's just like a never-ending cycle. Each neighborhood wants to get revenge based upon what somebody else did to them, man, and it's sad to see like people such like in great positions. I think Von is in one of the dopest positions that he could possibly be in right now for somebody not only his age, but for somebody who's coming from the circumstances and the background that Von comes from. You feel what I'm saying? As well as his other artists. Like I was listening to Ruger last night. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's other artists in Chicago that's very talented. I see a lot of people talk about Fbg Duck and his music. Talented. Had it, you know what I mean? He could have went places and did things. Life was cut short. I mean, and the list goes on of artists as well as just young kids who could have did something with their life, whose lives were cut short in Chicago. But it's a lot going on outside of Chicago too, and I believe that some of the other states like New York, Detroit, and some of the places down south is actually being influenced by the drill music. That's by the not the drill music, by the drill scene. Let's take the music out of it. By the drill scene, by drilling, the banging, the gang banging, being influenced by what they're sitting back and watching the Chicago artists do, because each crew or each hood, each gang got their own artist, and that's who's basically putting the music out. I ain't gonna say promoting, I ain't gonna say advocating, but letting it be known this is who we is, this is what we bout, and forget all the ops and they dead homies. I mean, this is just it's just a thing. It's a thing, and it's been a thing for almost 10 years now, man. I would hate to see something happen to anybody. Like I don't like reporting on situations where these young cats go out and get killed over this rap shit, but it's one of them situations to where a lot of them feel the need to stay or remain in Chicago. I seen an artist last night. I ain't gonna say his name in this video, but he said he love it in Iraq. He don't want to be nowhere else but in Iraq. He love his city, and we know that Von is constantly going back to Chicago. I'm not sure where Von is located. I know at one point in time Dirk was in Atlanta, but him and Dirk can't be around each other. They can't be in the same room. They can't even be in the same studio to record music right now because of the pending situation down in Atlanta. But get in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm Mighty the Ruler. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button and click that notification bell so you get notified each and every time I upload new content. Peace.